Game 5, Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Raptors have a lofty series lead with 3 wins. Will overconfidence be their undoing, or will their passion and determination help them prevail against the Pistons? Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
This is a do-or-die situation. Big Game 5. Always decisive. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Harris steps in at the 4, with Duren at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And for the Raptors, in at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Then it's Mark Williams. Then it's Johnson. And it's Gillespie in at the 2 spot. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Taking a look at Detroit. You said it before, Greg, their backs are against the wall. They need a win here tonight, and then 2 more on top of that. That is a long list.
And for a lower seed partner, that's a very difficult task. They can't think down the road, though. They need to stay in the moment, treat this as a 1-game series. That's really all you can do.
Good advice. Johnson gets the bucket.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Johnson. Cunningham with some nice D.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Robinson passes to Cunningham. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And give the defense credit. They were right there on Cunningham. But Cade's a bucket getter, folks.
Johnson dishes to Williams. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Cunningham kicks to Robinson. Pistons passing it around. For 3, Harris. And the Pistons another 3.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start for them.
Barnes passes to Johnson. Buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got 6.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
And finished off by Robinson.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here we felt it. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here is Harris. Whoa! What a play!
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Cunningham, and the dunk by Barnes.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Cunningham outside, pass to Harris. To the middle, here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And this is why you involve Duren in as many pick and rolls as you can. He's really good at positioning himself in that set.
The kick out to Barnes. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
You have to defend the 3-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense. And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Now, here's Cunningham. Plays it up and banks it in. Cunningham's got 5 points so far.
And the defense was solid right there, but Cunningham was able to fight through it with better offense.
And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. Look at Johnson, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Cade Cunningham, down a few spots.
I think these two guys are having a little personal competition here in the playoffs to see who will finish with the most assists.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Pistons?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Here's Johnson. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Harris. And that's 11 points for Johnson.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
A minute 50 left to play here in the first. Ingram a screen on Cunningham. Johnson finds Ingram. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
That's really nice action that time. Brandon Ingram using his size to set that screen and then slipping to the open area.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. The three-pointer is right on target. Cunningham's got 10 points.
He has come out with a scorer's mentality. 4 of 5 to start. Let's see if he can keep it up.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Stewart checked in for Detroit. Green comes in for Robinson.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Johnson, the pass to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
Stewart gets to Cunningham. Three-pointers off the mark. Raptors trail by 4. Johnson for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Harris against Caldwell Pope. Yep, that one goes. 10 points for him.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Ingram a screen on Cunningham. Johnson dishes to Ingram. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
Well, that's not an easy guy to deal with inside. Ingram is going to make the defense work for it.
Both free throws, good for Ingram. 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From deep, Herter, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Gillespie in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Outside Robinson. To Cunningham. It's good. Cunningham's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
Well, that's the thing about Cunningham. He can carry your offense. Tonight, he's doing it with his scoring.
Johnson, that's for 2. And again, it's Toronto converting.
I love how he's taking charge out there. Here, offensively, riding the wave.
Here's Pirtle. Rebounded by the Pistons. 4-on-3 break. Thompson for the triple. Drains the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It goes on Brandon Ingram. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. Detroit shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Johnson.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
From the stripe, Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 17.
Well, it's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Put it down hard!
Watch out below. Woo!
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now, here's Durham. Harris passes to Durham. Stolen by Robinson. Here's the break. Here's Harris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's a really nice job that time, drawing the defense in. Harris earning that whistle.
Tobias Harris. 2 shots.
And Harris drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Back to Johnson. To the paint. On the wing, Johnson. Ingram setting a pick for Johnson. From outside, off the mark. It's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. To Duran. Lets it go from deep. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Cunningham. And 11 points now in the game from Asar Thompson. Here's the screen. Johnson from outside. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Williams, he's checked in for Toronto. Scotty Barnes comes in for Barrett.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Well, Cade is a former #1 pick, and the expectations were there, and it took a few years, and now he is a force to be reckoned with.
Here's Johnson. 26 points for him. Barnes screen on Cunningham. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Gotta respect that Cunningham takes charge, making something happen and drawing the contact.
Now here in the second quarter, he's getting to the line. I like the aggressiveness.
Johnson from outside. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for Toronto. 1 second left, and that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Raptors lead by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Detroit Pistons.
Facing good shooters, you have to extend your defense early in the clock. Let those guys drain a few and get into rhythm. Your toast with the butter and the jelly.
Avocado toast.
Ooh, I like that too, Jet.
Don't put your diet on me, Kenny.
Taking a look at how the series is going for the Raptors. They are on the cusp of closing out this series. You think they'll get it done, big fella?
You smell that, Ernie? Smells like barbecue chicken, and I know they smell it too.
Good teams that have that switch, they can flip it and close a game out. Don't hang around and play with your food. Go in and finish it.
Guys are making me hungry. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinal. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Duncan Robinson out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scared.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Harris, no good.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter. Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, he is not afraid to mix it up inside. Cunningham fighting for a basket there.
Pass to Johnson. And again for 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff. Whoa! He flew in there.
Wow! And one of the big reasons Cunningham went first overall in the draft, his playmaking at 6'6" is really valuable.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Pass to Johnson. 5 to shoot. And slam dunk by Johnson.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime. Johnson against Cunningham. Nailed from three-point land. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter. Johnson surveying the floor. Rebound by the Pistons.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Robinson kicks to Cunningham. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Johnson, the pass to Gillespie. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got assist number 8 now on the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
6 to shoot. To Cunningham over Johnson. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Cunningham.
And he is a guy who typically needs the ball in his hand.
Oh, that was amazing!
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Outside Robinson. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Robinson. 29 points for Cade Cunningham. Out to Ingram. Back to Johnson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top 3-point shooters in the playoffs. You look at Johnson, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down. And, of course, Tobias Harris, who's right there as well.
And the bright lights of these playoffs have done wonders for each of their three-point shooting. That's what they were both hoping for.
They're checked in for the Raptors. Harris's shot is good.
Well, you can't give Tobias Harris that look from beyond the arc.
Toronto's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And Williams with the stuff.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Jenkins dishes to Harris. Pass to Jenkins. Down low. Here's Thompson goes up and lays it nice and easy. Thompson's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
Stewart checked in for Detroit. Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
That's a nice dime from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
Here's Jenkins. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
The path of least resistance happened to be right at the rim.
For Detroit, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Hurdle comes in for Williams. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Ingram. Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. Green comes in for Robinson. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Caldwell-Pope finds Johnson. Connects again from distance.
And talk about stepping up. He's having a playoff game these fans won't ever forget.
That last three means he's got the most threes in a single playoff game in franchise history. And a miss. On the triple. Pistons trailed by 4. Jenkins with it. 7 points in the game. During the pass to Stewart. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Johnson for 3. Duran pulls it in. Detroit's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Pass to Holland. Now Jenkins. Shot clock at 6 for the lead. It's rebounded by Barrett. Johnson, the pass to Burke. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jalen Duran. This is his first free throw of the game. Both free throws. And the Raptors with some changes. Williams comes in for Jakob Poeltl. And it's Johnson in for Caldwell-Pope. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Jalen Duran. He's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for Green. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Jenkins.
Really good positioning there from Barnes as the rollman. He set a solid screen, and then he found his spot.
Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Then it's Williams. Then it's Johnson, and it's Gillespie in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Inside, Harris misses.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Harris. And that one's good, Barnes. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's just a clutch shot from Barnes, and it's what his team expects from him in these moments.
Out Cunningham. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Well, Cunningham isn't afraid of big moments. He loves coming through for his team.
Ingram, he's checked in for Barrett. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rakovic said to the team. He actually challenged his players. He said, quote, "We are in this one. We can see the finish line. How will we react?" I'm curious to see who steps up and takes it to the next level. Big challenge from coach.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Johnson with it. Now defended by Cunningham. The 3 goes down.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham cover. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the smudging.
It's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
It's good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Cunningham against Johnson, and taken away by Johnson. And again, another assist.
And this is the best someone could run an offense. Pinpoint passing, everyone involved. Every time he touches the ball, good things happen.
And he's now tied for the franchise record for assists in the game. It has been a masterful performance. Johnson attacking.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Cunningham.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Raptors.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And I clearly think they showed to be the better team over the course of the series.
Hey, anytime you can win in 5, I mean, tonight, of course, they are way out in front. You take a lot of that mojo into the next round. We'll see if they can keep this same sort of competitive attitude as the stakes get higher. The competition also gets tougher.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Johnson.
And no doubt, he was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
Williams has a screen for Johnson. Launches it. Good. Another from 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for second place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game.
Equaling Game 6 Clay, who buried OKC back in 2016 with 11 triples.
And so the Toronto Raptors take the series and will move on and eliminate any chance of a comeback with a big-time win here in Game 5. And Greg, it's on to the conference finals for them.
And if there was anybody doubting this team heading into round 2, this series should have erased any of those doubts. A convincing win for a team whose championship hopes are looking bigger and brighter.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jay.